Rasta Hobidon here, and today I'm back with another reaction video for all of you. This video is from Jaiden Animations. Jaiden Animations, my funniest fan interactions. If you haven't checked out this video, I will leave a link in the description down below. So go check it out for yourself and go support her channel. Jaiden Animations video about how her adventures and how people get to know how people interacted with her and he had fun interactions is what I'm reading right here. So yeah, I haven't checked out this video yet. This should be fun. I enjoy Jaiden's animation stories. It's always entertaining, and she does makes me laugh. And yeah, I support her channel, and I hope she continues to grow. Yeah, if you want to want more reaction videos from me, I'll leave a link in the description. Support me on this channel. Like, comment, subscribe. And make sure to support me on my Patreon and Ko-fi. Buy me a Patreon and Ko-fi to help support the channel and keep it alive. That being said, without further ado, like, comment, subscribe for future reaction videos. Thanks for your support, and also support Jaiden as well. Let's get on to this reaction. Let's not waste any time. If you haven't seen this video, I'll wait. All right, wait's over. Let's do this. In 3, 2, 1. Let's do it to it.
One time I was at an arcade and saw someone with an Ari bag, so I went up to them and said, "Hey, I really like your bag." She turned around, looked straight at me, and said, "Thanks, it's from Jaiden Animations." Oh, cool. And then I just walked away because I didn't know how to salvage that interaction without being weird about it. As someone who is somehow amassed a big number on YouTube website, you'd probably expect me to be recognized fairly frequently when I'm out on the town. I do definitely get recognized here and there, but given that almost all of the content I've posted is me in cartoon form, it's much less than you'd think. I don't really expect to be recognized unless I'm going somewhere that attracts people who are more online, such as conventions or Hatsune Miku concerts. Of course, I've been in plenty of IRL content on other people's channels, so it's not like no one knows what I look like, but that
I mean, most fans would only know when you look like when you have your actual name tag in a convention that says Jaiden Animations on a name tag. It's a very different when you're out in...
Barrier has given a bit of cushion on how often people will notice that Jaiden Animations is in their vicinity. The majority of my fan interactions are very positive and follow this general flow. "Are you Jaiden Animations?" "Yeah." "Oh, that's so cool. I love your videos. Can I get a photo?" "Yeah." "Alright, thanks. Bye." It's simple, it's streamlined, everyone's happy. Of course, not
I would honestly act that way if I ever met Jaiden Animations. I'm like, wait a minute, are you Jaiden Animations? Oh, sweet, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Can I take a photo if you're okay with that? And I'd say thanks. I hope you continue to make more videos in the future. Keep on growing. I hope your subscriber views keep on growing. Stay awesome. That's pretty much what my interaction would be. Sometimes I will be nervous because it's mostly someone personally makes me nervous. That screws me up. And it's annoying because I met Kevin Conroy in my conventions, and my uncle made me nervous, rushing me, getting on my tail, and messing me up. And it was the last moment, because it was the first time and last time I ever meet Kevin Conroy. Rest in peace to the legend. Luckily, that never happened when I met Rob Paulsing. You know, the voice of Yakko, voice of Carl Weezer, Antoine, Donatello from the 2012 CGI Ninja Turtles, and the original voice of Raphael. It was fun meeting Rob Paulsing. He was awesome. He enjoyed interacting with the fans. I also met, on that same day, I met the voice of Courage the Cowardly Dog. They were all friendly. I mean, when they visit my hometown, when I visit my town. It was nice to meet them. I was happy. I have a selfie of myself with Rob Paulsing. Although my face is covered, most people know what I look like. It's just that my face was not looking well that day. That's why I covered my face. My face was not looking great.
not every interaction goes like this, and naturally, people always want to know about the outliers, the bad interactions, the weird ones. Any freaks out there that you've met, Jaiden? I'm lucky enough to be able to say, you guys are pretty normal. There's not really any single experience that comes to mind when people ask me that. So thank you. Gold star to every single person I've met in my entire career so far.
That's
However,
nice.
I do have some funny stories I've collected. Like one time, Jacob and I were sitting down at the Toadstool Cafe to film for their video about Nintendo Land when this one guy walked by and recognized Jacob. Oh my gosh, are you Alpha Red? Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. I love your videos. Can I get a photo? Yeah, you know, everything's going as per the script. At this point, I piped up and asked, would you like me to take the photo for you? And as I said that, Jacob and I both saw that the guy suddenly recognized my voice, and therefore, me. Now knowing there were 2 YouTubers at that table, he started to ask if I was Jaiden, but mid-sentence realized that if he was incorrect, it would look a little tiny bit racist. You know, you can't always just assume the Asian girl with Alpha Red is Jaiden, even though 90% of the time you'd be correct. So he ended up pivoting halfway through to cover for the mistake, which ended up like this. Would you like me to take the photo for you? Oh, correct me if I'm wrong, but who are you? Of course, we knew what he meant. I say I'm Jaiden, everything is fine, we all take a photo together. But being able to see the line his brain took in real time was so funny. It's one of my and Jacob's favorite stories because he meant it was so well. Like, I completely understand what happened. But also asking, sorry, but who are you? To someone offering to take a photo is just... I would love to meet that guy again and just tell him how much we loved that interaction. Dude, if you're out there, I hope your Toadstool Cafe food was good. Because ours wasn't. They're actually...
Sorry to hear that, buddy. I'm sorry to hear that, Jaiden. But I'm sure that guy is appreciated it.
Actually have been times though where people have thought they've run into me and were just wrong. I've seen tweets tagging me like, oh, Jay, just met Jaiden Animations. As I'm currently sitting at home looking at a photo of some poor random Asian girl. When we were all on tour for Scribble Showdown a while back in Chicago, James and Emily went to go look at the bean, and James ended up getting recognized.
I just noticed, I just watched One's video.
While he was talking to the group of people, one of them saw Emily and went, oh my gosh, it's Jaiden! James immediately starts laughing his ass off, trying to correct them, but somehow wasn't clear enough because when they were all taking a photo, they were like, Jaiden, get in front! Another time, when Jacob and Joe posted a video of themselves playing Mario Wonder in a GameStop, at the very end, Joe turned the camera around to the girl filming and said, are you Jaiden Animations? The bit being it was our friend Sarah Moon, who is not me, but has been called Jaiden by confused viewers in the past for really no reason, but still, hundreds of people in the comment section of the video still thought she was me anyway because
that's funny.
Asian girl. Then, to poke fun at that situation, a while later they asked me to record them playing Mario Kart in a round 1, and in it said, huge shout out to Sarah Moon for recording this video, as the camera panned to me. And you'd think people would catch on to the joke, but so many more people were like,
a few times until I realized,
that was Jaiden in the other video, but was afraid of being racist.
You know, in all fairness, I would fall for that as well because normally I would Sarah Moon, Jaiden. I have never seen them in person or know what they look like at all in real life. I would not know what they look like in real life. I never met them in person, so I would be tricked at first until I realized, wait, you're Jaiden, you're Sarah Moon. Got it. Thank you for the correction.
Not realizing they're still not getting it. Sarah and I genuinely look nothing alike. But just pointing at one of us and going, Jaiden, will convince hordes of people in comment sections without fail. It's like casting an inescapable Jaiden spell. On the opposite side of the coin, I was in San Diego for TwitchCon last year, perusing the San Diego Zoo with some friends. And honestly, to hype it up a bit, the San Diego Zoo is awesome. I legit went there 3 times during the 3-day event, which to the mad nerds out there means I went to the zoo more times than the actual convention. Anyway, someone ended up coming up to me with an "excuse me" that I registered as I was being recognized. So I turned around, expecting the typical fan interaction. Sorry to interrupt, but are you Amaru? Well, I was stun locked. It threw off my whole script, and I accidentally blurted out, "Oh, no, I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm just Asian." And the guy didn't really have anything to say about that. He just went, "Oh, okay, thanks." You know, it was a nice little dose of humble for me, though. I got a kick out of Emily and Sarah being called Jaiden, and now I've been struck by the Amaru hammer. Look, I'll be the one to say it, though. None of us look like each other. We're just Asian women on the internet, and not even the same kind.
Oh, it was Japanese and Korean. One is Japanese and Canadian, one is Korean, one is Chinese, and Jaiden is Japanese. I didn't know that.
So yeah, if you ever think you see your favorite Asian creator in the wild, make sure you double check. Sometimes I can tell people are secretly Googling me before asking for a photo just to be sure. And you know, if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. I didn't mean to go off on this whole tangent about people accidentally being racist. I'm sorry, there are just a lot of instances of it. We can get back on track now. The very first time I was recognized, not in like a convention setting, was in a random Target. I was walking down an aisle chatting with my friend Kelsey when someone passed by, backtracked, and came up asking, "Are you Jaiden?" Now, this was back in 2017 when I had significantly less content showing my face, so I was completely shocked.
2017, I think I was in my sophomore year in college. During that.
Shocked and not prepared. I was in ugly house clothes, no makeup, hair wasn't washed, literal bridge dweller, and was in the middle of my first public fan interaction.
That's
Apparently, they recognized me from my voice, which is nuts. Some people have told me I sound exactly like how I do in my videos, and others say I don't, so I have no barometer on what I actually sound like.
I mean, I hear your voice all the time when I watch your videos, so if I ever meet you in real life and I hear your voice, my mind would go, "Wait a minute, you're Jaiden Animations. I recognize your voice."
Like, the person was super sweet. This isn't like a crazy story or anything, but it's special in my mind because I was so embarrassed and unprepared for it, mentally and physically. This next one was when...
I'll be honest with you, when people recognize my voice, the microphone messes up my voice a bit. What you hear in the microphone right now is not how I normally sound like. It's the microphone. I'm using a headset microphone. My Blue Yeti microphone is not working anymore. I don't know why. It acted up. The cord was working, but it's the Blue Yeti microphone. It gave up on me. And it was the one microphone that my mother gave to me on my last Christmas with her. May my mom rest in peace. But hopefully I find a way to get that thing fixed or exchange it for a new one. But yeah, my voice would sound very different than it is in the video if you ever met me in real life.
Jacob, Captain Kidd, and I were in Hawaii for Pokemon Worlds. We'd all just arrived at the event and were checking out all the fun decorations Pokemon set up. Since all of us have made a good amount of Pokemon content, a lot of Pokemon fans were recognizing us and asking to take photos. A well-intentioned mom ended up taking notice of how much attention we were getting and asked us what we did for a living for all of these people to be coming up to us. Jacob explained we were YouTubers and she lit up, saying her son watches a lot of YouTube, pointing down at the young boy hiding behind her leg.
Aw, it's adorable.
In an attempt to connect with the kid a bit, Jacob asked what YouTubers he watched. I like Mr. Beast.
Aw,
Seeing a way to make the kid excited, Jacob pointed at
Mr.
me and said,
Beast.
"No way! Did you know
At
she
different
was in a
times.
Mr. Beast video recently and won?"
That
Instantly,
is
the
true.
kid jumped up. "You know Mr. Beast?" Well, like, kinda. I've talked to him before, but will you tell him to give me $1 million? First of all, hilarious situation to suddenly be thrust into.
Yeah, that does sound adorable. That sounds hilarious. First time I heard about Mr. Beast, friend of mine told me about him. Odd Eyes told me about him. I was like, oh, he sounds like fun. This guy's, and he just gives $1,000 to a lot of people. Like, holy crap, this guy got stupid money. This Mr. Beast person got stupid money. That's insane. Oh man, I'm like, sure, I'll support subscribe to him. He sometimes send money to people who follow him. I'm like, I highly doubt I'm that lucky. I highly doubt it. I don't usually win prizes. I honestly, my luck is random. I never win these kind of votes, and not many people care about me when it comes to these sort of things. So when it comes to winning money prizes, so I thought, nah, I just play it just for fun. I may not win, but hey, what happens happens. If someone else wins, good for them. But this is fun. Well, this is a fun
Second
interaction.
of all, now that the kid was suddenly not hiding behind his mom's leg anymore, we could see he had a
Oh,
giant gold chain around his neck,
what?
sporting a framed PSA graded base set first
Oh,
edition
wow.
Charizard. Little dude, do you know how much cash you've got around your neck right now? The card
The kid's asking for $1 million, but kid, you're wearing money on your neck.
was graded like 9.5 as well. I have no idea where he got it from. Like, you
No
always see
idea.
those, "Can you give me $1 bajillion?" comments on Mr. Beast stuff, but it was surreal to witness it in real life. Like, it's real.
Yeah.
Gold chain Charizard Mr. Beast kid has been cemented in my memories, and he didn't even know who we were. Also, for the record, after I won the Mr. Beast cube, my
Yeah.
emails were an absolute wreck of random
Oh,
people
wow.
begging me for money. "Can you give me money? May please get some money? Hi, JD." Not my name. "Just 10K, thank you." Heart. Someone straight
That is
up
crazy.
sent me a PayPal invoice for $10,000 with no message attached. Just
No, 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 you don't do that. I've been hit by scammers and they have took and I be they guilty. They have taken these scammers have taken money from me when I went even without my notice. They hacked my account. They took money out of my account and some scammers I I and pay they use PayPal as well. You say, I will give you $50,000 only if you keep paying us $500 for life. Yeah, I said no to that. He said, I want to give you $50,000 for us if you pay me $500 every day. I'm like, no. I said, no, first of all, it started off with $50. And then they increased the price to $500 over and over. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I managed to recover some of that money, and I managed to recover that money. But the scammers who cheated me, I was not getting that back. Sadly, scammers. I'm fine now, but it's still. I'm still. I'm okay. I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to make it, guys. I'm good. I'm good. I'm okay. I'm trying to make it. But yeah, I'm trying to recover what the scammers have took from me, and I also do fundraisers to help my family out, and some of the money that I was trying to save up to help my family, mostly for my mom, for my mostly for my mother's health, and I got scammed out of that too, and that money didn't go to help my mother out, and nobody wanted to donate, and I didn't get the money to help my mother's cancer, and she passed away from that for it. Doctors in my town were giving her the wrong medication, and it messed me up. It really messed me up. and seeing this similar interaction that Jaden has to deal with people sending invoices demanding money from her. Yeah, I don't blame her. That's a no. That's a no. She made the right call to stop.
An outstretched, grubby little hand in my inbox. Guys, I didn't win any money from that thing. You can stop emailing me. We gave it all away to various artists all over the globe
That
to
is true.
support
She
them
did
through
do
their
that.
art school, which was an incredible opportunity, and I was very happy to support artists, and I wish them all the best of luck with their degrees. But stop emailing me for money! Gosh, I don't
Please
even
stop.
want to know what Mr. Beast's DMs look like. One
I
time
don't
my
even wanna
phone
know
screen
either.
died on me, not my fault, so I had to take it to a repair shop. This was unfortunately during a time when my car's driver's side mirror was smashed, my fault. So I also
Ouch.
had no street legal car to take me back home while I waited for my phone to be fixed. Needing to kill 2 hours, I ended up sitting in a nearby Burger King equipped with my Switch to play Hello Kitty Island Adventure and
Oh,
an
that sounds
iPad
fun.
as a second monitor to watch YouTube videos. I
I
almost
need to
made it the
finish.
entire time with no issue, but like some sort of pathetic Scooby-Doo villain, my plan was foiled as a nice girl
Oh.
came up to me and quickly said, "I really like your videos," before walking back over to sit with her friends. Now, the interaction itself was completely fine. I'm just embarrassed at what it looked like on her
What?
end. Internet personality Jaiden Animations sitting completely alone at a single seat table in a random Burger King. No food in sight,
Oh.
just a table covered in devices like some sort of
Oh,
27-year-old
wow.
iPad kid. She didn't even let me explain my situation. She just said hi and walked off. So,
That was a
kind
quick
girl,
interaction.
if you're out there, or even still a fan, it wasn't as pathetic as it looked. It was pathetic, but it's not that bad. I was just passing the time. Please resubscribe. I feel like I lost you that day.
I think she's still subscribed to you, Jaden. She's still subscribed to you.
Speaking of unfollowing out of shame, a couple years ago, I went with some friends to my first furry convention. The furry
Oh.
convention isn't the shameful part, though. That itself was great. The actual shame began
Okay.
when my group wanted to check out the 18+ section, mainly out of curiosity
Oh,
and entertainment.
no.
I sheepishly followed them in, and just as I was thinking to myself, man, it would sure be unfortunate if I got recognized while in here. Oh my gosh, are you Jaiden Animations?
Busted.
Yeah. So admittedly, there's a single photo out there of me, a fan, and a very colorful
Oh.
background. Quickly moving on from that one. This story is
Yeah, let's move
by
on.
far the most I've ever been recognized out in public in my entire life. There's probably a teeny little slight possibility I curated it myself by accident, but it was when I went to a Hatsune Miku concert in California.
Oh.
The community somehow has caught on that I like her, and said community was all right there in one spot. Before the concert, I was getting recognized like every few minutes, which is very not normal for me, but you know, completely fine. I don't mind at all. Eventually, everyone was led into the venue. I was meeting a few more people inside. Then the lights went down, and we all got to enjoy the concert.
I'm
as
glad
per
you enjoyed it.
usual. However, when the
I've
show
never been
was
to a
over
concert
and the
like
lights
that.
turned back on, everyone rotated 180 degrees to head to the exit, which meant people could see my face again. We would make it a few steps forward, get stopped, then 3 more people would come up, and I'd suddenly be against the wall. All while my poor friends just had to watch it all happen and wait for me. For the first
Yikes.
time ever, I needed to figure out a way to get out of there, or else I would have been taking photos with the entire concert audience as my friends withered on the floor. Sarah put her big
the Family
hoodie on
Guy
me,
fall.
another friend gave me their sunglasses, and suddenly, I vanished. No more Jaiden Animations. Poof, she was gone. The Clark Kent strategy actually works.
Yeah, you gotta respect Clark Kent. He's been doing it since the 1940s. Since the 1940s, he's been doing, and it worked. Plus, it's more than just the glasses. It's also how he acts, how he stumbles around as Clark Kent, and how he changes his voice a bit. Honestly, Perry the Platypus, Finn, Grr. That's funny. That's hilarious. Nice references.
Sarah and I quickly headed to the exit, squishing past unsuspecting Miku fans, and it wasn't
Never
until we
underestimate
made
the
it
Clark
all
Kent
the way
strategy.
to the parking lot where we turned around and realized we were alone. I was successfully smuggled out, but the downside was the disguise was so overly effective, even our friends didn't know who I was anymore. At least now I know if I'm ever in a sticky situation, a simple hoodie and glasses is really all it takes.
Yeah.
I will no longer be making fun of Superman's public disguise. Dude knew what he was talking about.
He's been doing. He's been what he was talking about. Like I said, he's been doing this since the 1940s. Also, I hope Jaiden. I wonder if Jaiden watched the new Superman movie. I hope if she did, I hope she enjoyed it. If she didn't, I hope she gets onto it.
Despite all of these stories, if you ever see me in public, please don't be afraid to come up and say hi. I'm more than happy to meet you or take a photo. Again, basically every person I've met who watches my videos was absolutely wonderful, these stories included, and I promise I won't make a video about you if you accidentally say something a little awkward. Unless it was really funny and the world needs to know. Also, I can tell when you recognize me, I've essentially got a spidey sense for it by now, and it's more uncomfortable for both of us if you just stare at me for 30 minutes and then leave. Please, just say hi or something. It's okay. I'm lucky to have such a normal and kind group of people watching my content, and I do really enjoy getting to meet you guys. I guess if you were to take anything from this video, make sure you know it's actually me. This is not me. This is not me.
Right.
This is not me.
Right.
I'm this one. Hope that helps.
Well, it doesn't help when it's animated, but yeah, but I get the picture. If I do, Jaiden, if I ever meet you in real life, if you ever come to my hometown in real life, I just have one thing to say to you, Jaiden Animations. I hope you accept handshakes. That's all I gotta say. I hope you accept handshakes. That's all.
Man, it has been quite some time since I've done a good old classic story time. What is this, 2016? The fact that I really only have lighthearted funny stories to share and not really any bad or scary ones with meeting people who watch the videos is a huge testament on how
nice fan art.
Respectful you all are, and I really appreciate it. Like, half of these stories are about how I was the one fumbling it, you know? I always look forward to meeting more of you guys in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.
Well, that was my reaction to my funniest fan interactions by Jaiden Animations. I hope you enjoyed my reaction to it. Let me know in the comments down below. I'm sorry if I rambled a bit too long. I'd like to say something I like to say. But hey, that's the point of a reaction video. Anywho, thank you guys for watching. I hope you support my reaction video. Like, comment, subscribe. What were your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments down below. Go support Jaiden Animation. She is awesome. Take care. Have a great day. Be safe. And most importantly, stay frosty and stay healthy out there. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
Boss, I'd like a word.
How about scram? Or 2 words. Scram kid. Or 17. Get out of my office in 2.3 seconds or I'll staple you to a flagpole.
How did you count so... Like, never mind.